right, good evening everybody. Welcome to Vista Ventures. I'm Caleb and thanks for joining me. Tonight I'm up in Quehanna Wilds here at the Hoover Farm viewing area parking lot, which is a really nice parking area. I've used this for multiple little overnight trips here. It's pretty spacious, all sorts of room for parking and everything here behind me. And then it also has some bathrooms here, which is always a bonus. So I'm here with Dan from Backpacking Adventures again. We're getting out on another trip. This is just going to be basically a repeat of a trip I did a couple years ago, the Piper Loop. Just using some small connector trails and then a section of the Quehanna to make a nice 26-mile loop. So it should be pretty nice. Weather's supposed to be pretty decent this weekend. Looks like we might be getting a little rain, which is kind of a bummer, but whatever. The temperatures are still nice and the leaves are actually starting to change here. So we're going to plan on hiking in about 1.5 miles or so and then finding camp and then setting up for the night and then starting tomorrow. So with that, we're going to get on the trail because darkness is setting in. Alrighty guys, it's just after 8 o'clock. I made it out here. I think this is the Meeker Trail is the one that we're on right now. Into this spot that I had mentioned in the first video when I did this trail, and there's actually a nice fire ring and stuff back here which I didn't even notice, but plenty of opportunities for hammocks, so we're gonna get set up and start relaxing. All right, just after 8:30, got everything set up here. Dan and I both found some good trees to work for our hammocks. It's actually going to be a really nice spot. It was actually a little nicer than what I remembered, and I believe there is a water source just right down here behind us. But we both just only hiked in here maybe 2.5 miles, so got plenty of water, so that won't be a big deal. But if you needed it, it's good to know that it's an option. So we're going to get the rest of the stuff unpacked here and then just relax a little bit. All right, it's almost 9:30. Dan and I are just kind of both hanging out in the hammocks. Got everything set up for tonight. Got electronic devices charging. Just kind of BSing here. So probably going to get up sometime between 5 and 5:30 or so we can be on trail right at daylight. See how many miles we end up making tomorrow. Probably going to try to do a pretty big mile day so we have just a few miles out there on Sunday. But hopefully the weather holds out. Looks like there are some scattered showers and maybe a thunderstorm tomorrow, so hopefully that doesn't hold true, but nevertheless it'll be okay. It's still be nice being out in the Quehanna Wilds. So for that, guys, good night. I'll see you in the morning. All right, good morning, everybody. Just after 6 o'clock. Dan and I each got up here about 5:15. And I got some things around, got breakfast going. Each had protein oatmeal this morning, which is good. Dan totally stole that off of me, but that's okay. I'm glad to share the knowledge. He seems to be enjoying it, and I do highly recommend it. It's just 2 packs of whatever your favorite protein oatmeal is, and then I like to mix in a scoop of vanilla, some sort of vanilla protein powder is nice. And then whatever else, if you want to throw in some slivered almonds, or Dan put in some powdered peanut butter today, which sounded good. And I just put in a pack of that. I think it's Justin's protein peanut butter or something like that, which was good. Really good full breakfast to start the day off. And then of course I got my Black Rifle coffee here to get me started. So we're just kind of hanging out a little bit, just kind of drink our coffee, and then we'll get everything packed up and start hammering down the trail. Probably have a pretty good mileage day today, probably 20-ish or so miles. We'll see how far we make it. Also can depend on the weather, if it ends up being stormy or anything like that. So hopefully not, but we'll just take what the day comes. We both slept really good last night. Both had really good hangs. It was super quiet all night. Did get up once and heard some coyotes and some owls and stuff. But other than that, this has been a really nice campsite. So, get the coffee in me, and then we're gonna start hammering. We just came off the Quehanna East connector here, and this is maybe a couple hundred yards from the campsite that we stayed at last night. I kind of forgot that this was here, but another pretty nice campsite here. This would probably be a better spot if you were tenting. There's kind of some more flat spots here, but you could definitely make hammocks work as well. And then we got a nice little water source right back there. Alright, just before 8 o'clock here, making some pretty good time so far. It's been pretty mild terrain. I do really like this East Quehanna cross connector. Just some nice stuff to see, and the terrain's not bad, and it's really well marked. It's blazed with yellow blazes. So Dan and I each filtered the leader back there, so that should do us for a while till we get back down. I don't think we're going to have a good opportunity for water again until we get down to Mosquito Creek. There, I think it's like the 23-ish mile mark on the Quehanna Trail itself. Yeah, morning's turning out to be really nice. Starting to warm up some, but still nice and cool for hiking. So hoping that those scattered showers and thunderstorms hold off later. But we'll just have to take what the trail gives us. Made it back onto the Quehanna Trail here off of that cross connector. Now we got a couple of vistas coming up here, which I'm really looking forward to. There's like 3 or 4 pretty nice vistas out along here, just looking down over Mosquito Creek. And then we got, I don't know, maybe 2 miles or so of kind of some rocky side hill and stuff, and then we'll drop down to Mosquito Creek there, and then we'll see how we're doing. I might end up stopping there for a snack or something, but making good time so far this morning. Alright guys, it's 11:15. We just made it across Mosquito Creek here. There was like a log bridge there the last time I'd been through, but it got washed out, so you gotta ford across there. Dan made it across. I made it almost all the way across, and then got one wet foot, but it'll be okay. Looks like it could have a chance of rain here coming up anytime between like 11 and 12, so we're gonna go ahead and pop the packs here and have lunch so we can get that down, just in case it does start pouring rain. It'll be easier to eat with it not dumping rain on us. And then we got a nice little uphill ascent here on the other side, so it'll be good to have that food powering us up that hill. Just before 1 o'clock, made it up here on top, past that power line back there, and now we're on, I think it's the Mohawk Trail that the Quehanna's also joins here. Now we're just on this nice road walk here for a couple of miles, so that'll be nice to be able to really pick up the pace. It's still pretty beautiful weather out today. I think it's like 73 degrees or something like that. There's a real slight breeze up here, which is really wicking the sweat off of us, so that's really good. I'm gonna keep our eyes peeled out through here. There is like a hunting area through here in the fall for, like, I guess handicapped hunters rather. But so we'll see if we can maybe see some elk or deer or something through here, because you can see pretty good out through all this woods. So it's a really pretty area, and I think we're maybe 3.5, 4 miles from the Quehanna Highway. So making pretty decent time today. Alright, it's 2:30 now. Just crossed the Quehanna Highway back there. And as we started in the woods here, we are starting to hear some rolling thunder out here in the distance. So hopefully that keeps at bay. But we'll just have to roll with it if it comes in. Not sure how long we got to camp, maybe 5.5, 6 miles, something like that. There is another spot I think in between we could make work if for some reason it would really come in pouring rain, but I'm just gonna hope that holds off. It's a really pretty section in through here, nice and open. A lot of the Quehanna's like this, which is really nice. You can just really see all around down through the woods. Just a beautiful section of Pennsylvania. Well, cloud check. It's definitely looking a little dark and ominous, but looks like there's still kind of clouds are paralleling us, so we're hoping for the best. Alright, 10 to 4. Dan and I each got cameled up with 4 liters of water each, because the place we're planning on camping is up here at like 3 Run Fire Tower Road, something like that. Where I camped before the last time I did this loop is a dry camp. It's really nice, but no water there, so. And we're each feeling pretty thirsty. We've been sweating a lot today. It's fairly warm. I think it's like 75 or so. But so far so good with the weather. Dan was able to get some service and checked, and it looks like maybe around 7. The percentage chance jumps up to like 75 or so. So we're gonna try to get up here and get camp set up. So that way we'll be locked in for whatever weather comes our way tonight. All right, it's 10 till 5. Just made it out here to the site of the 3 Runs fire tower. Not much left of it. There's the pads over there from the actual fire tower itself, and then there's just some ruins kind of over there behind you from the like the watch cabin or whatever, but not too much to see there. Real nice campsite here. I've stayed here before when I did this loop. Nice fire ring here behind me, and then a couple of places for some hammock action, and then you'd have all sorts of room for tents. It is dry, but it's nice and open through here, so we should get a good breeze. Really looking forward to being done for the day and relaxing for a little bit and getting that 4 liters of water off our back. Camp all set up. Got my hammock battened down here just in case we get some weather, and Dan's gonna batten his down before bed. Tonight on the menu for me, I got a Peak Refuel beef stroganoff. Had this before. It's pretty excellent. And then for dessert, I got some homemade chocolate chip cookies courtesy of Cassie, so appreciate that. And then Lord knows I'll probably dig into something else in the food bag, because I feel like definitely need the calories after today. It was definitely a full day. It doesn't seem like we did that many miles, but feels like we did.
Feels like it.
Yeah, feels
it
like we did. That's for sure. Yeah. But yeah, it's really nice spot here. Nice and breezy through here, so should be a nice night. Hopefully the weather holds off, but whatever. At least now we're all battened down, so no matter what happens, we should be in good shape. But definitely looking forward to this Peak Refuel. I'm pretty excited for it to rehydrate so I can chow down. Yeah, this beef stroganoff, it only calls for 6 ounces of water. I feel like I put a little bit more than that in, but
I usually put just a little bit more in, like maybe half an ounce at most.
Yeah, I think if I did this again, I'd put like 8 to 10 ounces in. The beef's still a little crunchy, but everything else is really good.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, 7:30. Just getting everything battened down. Dan just walked out onto the road and was looking out in the distance and says there's like some ginormous thundercloud headed this way, so that's cool. So hopefully that diverts. But yeah, we're gonna get everything battened down here. Pretty much got everything underneath the hammock. Be ready for bed. Then I think I'm just gonna hang out. should have a pretty short day tomorrow, like 6 or so miles out. So that shouldn't be bad at all. Definitely a full day. I think my watch says I did like 41,000 steps or something. Still not 100% sure on the mileage. I think it's anywhere from 15 to 17 miles or so to get here. But I am really pleased with this spot. Like I said, I've camped here before, and it's just a real nice spot, especially perfect trees here for both Dan and I's hammocks. And we were pretty well done hiking for the day. Even if it didn't end up being that big a mileage, just a full day of hiking. So we were definitely appreciative of the rest. So that, guys, we're just gonna kind of hang out and see if the storm hits. If anything exciting happens, I'll bring you back. But if not, I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, good morning, everybody. Just before 6 o'clock. Dan and I are both up and around. I got my breakfast skillet, Peak Refuel breakfast skillet, rehydrating. Haven't had this before. Always get a bit dodgy when it comes to rehydrated eggs, but we'll see how that goes. Did take a lot of water. Took 16 ounces of water. Most of their meals only take 8, so I guess keep that in mind, especially since we were dry camping. That could have been an issue, but fortunately we had plenty of water. Yeah, last night did start to be kind of a fireworks show there toward the while we were getting ready for bed. A lot of lightning kind of all around us, a little bit of thunder, but fortunately it didn't blow up a huge storm or anything. Did start to rain on us fairly steadily there for a little while, but fortunately that didn't come to anything. We were all, battened down, so that was good. Really really glad that it didn't start high winds and hail or super heavy rain or anything like that, so that was good. Today should be a pretty easy day. I think we only got about 6 miles out, and all the trails are pretty well flat, so should be able to get out of here by lunchtime or so. But looking forward to this breakfast skillet because I'm pretty hungry, so I'm going to let that finish rehydrating and then chow down. Alright, just after 7 o'clock, we're starting rolling down the trail. We're taking this number 14 trail down, or we'll join with number 15 trail. And then I'll take us back to 3 Run Road, and then it's just like a couple hundred yards down the road. And then we link up with Big Spring Draft, and that pretty much takes us the whole way back. And then I think it might be like Wyckoff Trail or something, which is real short to get us back to the car. Really beautiful morning here. Nice and clear. It's a little cool. It's funny, as soon as we come off of that like little knob back there we were camped on, definitely was noticeably cooler, a couple degrees cooler as we started down here, but should be a real beautiful walkout. Just enjoying all the foliage as it's starting to change. It's a gorgeous morning out in the woods. quarter till 10. We're just about out. I think maybe we got a quarter mile or so back here to the car. This was definitely an outstanding trip. Really like this Piper loop. Got another video on it. Probably has a little bit more detail, but yeah, I really like this loop. Makes a real nice weekend loop. You get to see some nice sections of the Quehanna, and then these side trails are super well maintained. Just makes for a real nice hike, especially here in the fall time. Actually really surprised at like how much the leaves were changed, but it is kind of interesting that like this side of the Quehanna highway, they're not changed nearly as much as the other side. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but still elkless on my streak up here. Haven't seen any elk on any of these trails in quite some time, which is kind of a bummer, but always nice that there's the opportunity for it. Great getting out hiking with Dan again. Always a good time. Usually he's got some new pieces of gear or something like that, or some new technique that I pick up on, so I certainly appreciate that. If you're not following and subscribe to his channel, make sure you do that. He's got lots of good content. So we're going to knock out this last quarter mile and then go find something to eat. So as always, guys, get outdoors, have fun, and embrace the uphill. Till next time, this is Vista Ventures.